and welcome to Seoul, South Korea. It's below freezing, about -2 right now. As we get higher, we're getting more snow. Beyond those mountains out there is North Korea. Absolutely beautiful view. Here we go. A beautiful city. I can only imagine this with fresh snowfall. Howdy guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Seoul, South Korea. Got here a couple of days ago and there's been plenty of city action, so it's time to break away and get into a little slice of nature. It's very cold here. It's below freezing, about -2 right now. We've got about an hour until the sun goes down. We're in an area called Guri, which is a satellite city of main downtown Seoul, and this is close to the mountainous regions that surround the city. It's got really interesting topography, this city, and we're gonna tackle one of the small peaks this afternoon. It's gonna be a bit of a press against time to get up before the sun goes down, but ready to give it a go. So far, so good here in South Korea. It's absolutely beautiful. Really nice place. Quite different to China, where we just spent a month, but this is just going to be a tiny little slice. Hopefully should get the sunset and not freeze my ass off because it's very, very cold here. So let's press on. I'm still in the city walking from the hotel, but we're going to get to the start point. Let's go. Alright guys, here we are at the start of the walk. You can see the sun's just about falling down over the horizon. And it said it's, I don't read or speak to Korean, but it said 1 kilometer to something, so we're gonna have to put the jets on to get up. But nice little path to start off with. Absolutely gorgeous trees. What's the word for the leaves? Deciduous trees here in Korea. And yeah, absolutely beautiful. Typical Northern Hemisphere winter scenes here. Clear afternoon, not a cloud in the sky, but it makes it bitterly cold. Check it out. All right, let's go. So with the short time we have today, we should be able to make it to an observatory, which is about 200 meters up on a climb, and should get a good view of Seoul, hopefully with the sunset. But yeah, this track actually leads right around to a mountain called Achasan, which is a smaller peak compared to the rest around Seoul, but worth checking out nonetheless. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I believe san is the Korean word for mountain, similar to the Chinese word, which is shan. I don't know any Korean, but let's go. It's going to be pretty uphill. Starting to get a little skyline through the trees here. Can't really see too much. It's amazing how quickly you get hot, even when you're deathly freezing. Been walking for like 10 minutes and I'm cooking in all my layers, gloves, thermals, jacket. Oh, what do we got over here? Looks like some sort of tomb. One thing that's very prevalent around Seoul is tombs of ancient times. You can see the language on the tomb here is more Chinese than actually Korean. I'll have to try and translate that later and put it on the screen. But yeah, nice and quaint up here. Doesn't take long to get out of a mega city. Let's keep going. Starting to get a really good view through the trees here. So just gotta keep pushing up ahead. I really don't want it to get dark, so I'm walking pretty quick. I think we're getting close to the observatory. We should hopefully get a good view of the city. This is crazy up here. We've got more ancient sort of graves through here. The wind's starting to pick up. We've got more graves. Wow. Amazing. I didn't prepare for this trek very well, so I don't actually know anything about these graves, but... So this area is on Achasan mountain, and historically it was a place of many battles in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when there were still local fortresses and separate groups in this region. So there were many battles that took place, and hence many people are laid to rest up on this mountain. You can see one there, one through there, another one here, right here, another one there. Wow, kind of spooky. I'll do a voiceover as I work out a bit more about these, but wow, I wonder, I reckon we get a pretty good view up here. Let's take a look. Check it out, we got snow on the ground, and then we get a great view of northern Seoul, eastern Seoul there, with the mountains through these trees. The view's a bit obscured, but if you keep going that way for about another 80 to 100 kilometers, you reach North Korea. Let's keep going, this is amazing. The snow on the ground tells you it's pretty chilly up here. As we get higher, we're getting more snow dotted around. It's starting to become golden hour out here. Wow. It's great to see snow again. Haven't seen snow for a couple of weeks since left northwestern China. Let's go up here. We're in the 150 meters away from the observation point. Wow. Snow. Bigger mountains off there. I believe that's Samarkand over there. Samarkand. My pronunciation is no good, but wow. Gorgeous. Let's get to the top. How's that for a little view through there? You can see, I mean, it's hard to see on the camera, but big road, nice mountain, snow on the ground. Wow. A pretty steep ride up to the top here, but I'm pretty excited, so I'm going pretty quickly. Let's go. How about that for a view? Wow. I believe this is another tomb down here, so I don't want to walk down there and bring any sort of disrespect to this people or person. Wow. That's a big city. Oh, that's not a good angle from here. Check that out. Wow. Absolutely beautiful view. You can really appreciate the scale of buildings here. You just got apartment blocks all over here, and Seoul kind of sits in this basin with mountains around. This is only one part of the city through here. I'm going to head up about another 10 meters. This has actually really exceeded my expectations. I wasn't quite sure going into this what I'd be able to see, but it's pretty cool. I'll have to fact check myself here, but I believe this is probably the northern side of the mountain, because generally that's the side that is the coldest and has all the snow. On the what I'm presuming to be the southern side over there, there's not much. So wow, that's pretty cool. Here we are at the observatory deck at sunset. Wow. Here we go. You can see the expansive view. And I wonder if we sort of come to the corner here, you can actually see the Seoul observation tower down there. I think this may be actually better than the Seoul observation tower. Check it out. A beautiful city. I can only imagine this with fresh snowfall, or maybe the start of autumn when all the leaves turn brown. Wow, this is pretty cool. So my hotel is just somewhere down there, just in that district. About 5 kilometers to walk up here. I still got to walk 5 kilometers back in the dark, but there's still more of these graves or tombs everywhere. It's very cold. I'm just going to take this in for about 5 minutes and then we'll head back. What a little adventure. Set off about 5 o'clock. Didn't even just check the map, found this. Said, look pretty good, let's go. This trail keeps going around, but we'll leave it here today. Pretty cool. This must be a pretty significant memorial area, because there's people down the other side of this observation deck laying flowers and sitting on a mat. So it must be pretty important. Look at the scenes up here. Beautiful. Alright, now I think there was a spot to get a pretty good look at the northern side of the mountain down here, so we'll just go and quickly stick our nose out at that, and then we'll have to start making our way back. Oh, once you stop, it gets pretty cold out here. Over this way. It's a really good thing about an out and back loop when you walk the same, like particularly up a little mound or something like that, is on your way up you need to keep looking back to see the views, but then when you come back down you get to see them the whole time, which is awesome. So oh, it's windy over this side and very cold, but we should get a good view from here. So northern hemisphere rises in the east, sets in the west, so that would make this the north side of the mountain, which would make this the cold side with the snow. So I did get that right. Wow. Through the tree there you can see more skyline, more mountains, and the grandest peak that we can see is just sticking out above the tree there. South Korea is a beautiful country, absolutely beautiful. Beyond those mountains out there is North Korea. Alright, let's make our way down. There'll be some beautiful cliffs, and then we're gonna, well, have some dinner after that. After this little trundle. Let's go. If you're very, very, very keen-eyed, there's a really big South Korean flag down there. I absolutely love my flags, and very underrated flag if you ask me. I gotta come back to this view for a second because it is absolutely magnificent. Check that out. That puts a smile on your face. Pretty cool. Gotta make our way down a lot of stairs now. One thing to keep in mind that has just crossed my mind as I'm making my way back down is I'm not experienced in hiking in below 0 temperatures. Like, I've never done it before. Lived in Perth, been in New Zealand in summer, so make sure you drink more water than you think, because I mean, this is just a little 2-hour adventure, but I've hiked 6 kilometers and I haven't had one sip of water because you just don't feel thirsty. So that being said, I've got water. I'm going to drink some, but just something to put in the video. If you're going to come somewhere cold and hike, make sure you drink water, because I think it's very easy to have dehydration sneak up on you. It's my good deed for the day. But yeah, what a magnificent experience that was. The afternoon here. I mean, there's plenty of crows flying about as you get close to a city, but I mean, I think for people who are from a cold climate, from the northern hemisphere, seeing bare naked trees like this is nothing special, but for where I'm from and where I frequented my time, this is a very unique thing to see. You know, I saw it all over China, but I haven't seen it up on a mountain peak, or hill, mound, if you can call it that, with the sunset in the background, and the trees are like art, the way that they crisscross without the leaves. So yeah, really cool. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Reach out if you want tips on China or South Korea, because it's a really cool place. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.